Hi. So in previous video we discussed about compute, we talk about the storage. Now going further we are going to talk about the network. And in networking, to deep dive and understand the network, we'll just start with the default network options Google GCP provides. As an example, whenever we create an instance, I create and this instance. So one whenever I create an instance, it spin up that particular instance in a default configuration. So this default network configuration is pre-configured by GCP, and most of the environment administrator, they create their own network subnets, and how they do it is by using a VPC, virtual private cloud. So when we deep dive into a network configuration, we are going to talk about the VPCs or more. So if you'll see, this particular server has spin up in the US Central 1, and the private IP has been assigned 10.128.0.44. So I'm just copy this one in the notepad just for explain how does this IP got assigned. So if we'll go in VPC, this is VPC, and in VPCs, this is a default VPC which has been created, and in the VPC we can see we have 42 subnets, and each subnet belongs to particular region. So if you'll see 128.0.0/20 belongs to US Central 1, and the IP which private subnet has been assigned to US Central 1 was 10.120.44. If in case I have to spin up in US West 1, the IP will fall in this particular subnet range. So demonstrate by creating a compute engine in US West 1. I'm just keeping it simple for the demonstration purpose. If I'll connect, it will go to the VPC network, and it is the IP which is going to be get assigned. It will be in this particular IP range 128.138.0.0, and the VPC is default. So once I create, this IP which has been assigned is 10.138.0.2. Therefore, the IP which has been assigned does fall in this subnet. Likewise, if we'll go and whenever we create another machine in different region, it will always allocated, the private IP will be allocated in this particular range. Whenever we create the VPC, we have to create the subnet for the different region, and then that region uses that private subnet to spin up the machines to provide the resources to the end user. Even though if we created the subnet to two different regions, it cannot communicate until unless firewall are properly open between two different regions. As an example, by default, HTTP, ICMP, RDP, internal, and SSH, all these particular firewall ports has been opened. So in here, if I log into one of these machines, Yeah, this is machine, and I can reach out to this particular other machine in my US Center 1. So this is how the network work. If someone is having an experience with the AWS, in AWS we have to create two different VPCs in two different uh, region, but in Google Cloud we created subnets in two different region, and we have a single consolidated VPC. So this is a contrasting feature between the GCP networking and the AWS networking. So going further, we are going to create the VPC and provision the machines in that. Thank you.